Legends of Christmas. And here are two people on my naughty list, Neil and Chris.
Hello, welcome to Urbane Legends, the 12 Legends of Christmas. I am Chris Flynn, and my fellow inmate is Mr.
Neil Herbert.
And we're still snowed in. The prison-style tattoo I gave myself has become rather infected, hasn't it, Neil?
Yeah, that's...
Doesn't smell great, does it?
Separating pus isn't the nicest smell I can ever know.
No.
Closed environment.
Unfortunately, I was short on saline water and antiseptic patches. So I'm just going to, after we finish this, I'm going to try and cauterize it with a hot knife. So
I'm sure.
That should prove to be a lot of fun.
If it worked for people in the Dark Ages, I think it's worked just as well for you.
Yeah, or tough guys in revenge-style military TV series where they get shot with a bullet and they cauterize it themselves.
Yeah, after operating on themselves. No, I do this myself.
Do it myself. Yeah, then stitch it up.
Yeah,
jobs are good, and there you go. Just carry on with your revenge mission.
Oh yeah. Some days you'll be out and about. Don't worry about it.
I sort of feel like
you're going to pull it out of your own rib cage.
I sort of feel like they underplay the damage that bullets can do in a lot of action stuff.
Like some people might have taken that a little bit too seriously.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I've been shot 5 times. That's fine. Yeah. So it's merely a flesh wound.
Well, the thing is, what you got to think is there's the damage that it does to the baddie, and there's the damage it'll do to the good guy. Because effectively they're like Nerf guns, aren't they? Machine guns on like Rambo or whatever.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
When you say the damage it will do to the baddie, do you mean kind of psychological damage, realising that he has become more beast than man?
Well, there is that. I'm thinking.
They're always very rounded characters that are portrayed as deep thinkers.
I'm thinking of that scene in Commando where one of the military, for example, comes out and he says something like, "I hear killing you dead is like putting knife through butter," and then he comes out with his big machine gun to save his daughter and just fires vaguely in the direction of all of these swarthy evil people. And you fall over or jump on trampolines when explosions go off and so on and so forth. Oh, Commando's a fine movie.
Never seen it.
It's an absolute laugh riot. You have to watch it.
I have to.
There's something. No, well, I would. All right, I'll put it another way. I would highly recommend it. I'm sure there's a line in there, something like, "I eat green berets for breakfast." After Green Beret sasses him.
Sassing a Green Beret.
Prison talk about what they did to whatever, and he's like, "Green Beret, I shit all over you. How about that?
I am commando.
My special things.
I use my commando skills."
Yeah. Whatever unit he was in was like the best of the best.
Yeah, the commandos.
Yeah. That's what they're getting. They kidnapped.
Do the commandos still exist? I thought they were a World War II thing.
Well, there's the British commandos and there's American commandos, I guess. So, no, I don't know, actually.
I thought like the best, Navy SEALs were the best American ones and the SAS were the best British ones.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure. Yeah, because commandos, I mean, they kind of mutated into, I don't know, actually. I was just watching that.
He was a retired member of a defunct World War II.
I honestly don't know whether they were like replaced by the SAS or whether the command. I think command.
No, do you know what? Like the British commandos does exist because they advertise for it, don't they?
Yeah.
Where they're like that guy comes out of the bushes and cuts that guy's neck, or they're going through the water.
Yeah, I think they are pretty.
They're really good
they're just not the elitist of the elite or whatever.
They're really good at hiding. Great camouflage. They're like
they become one with the night. Basically, you join the army, and if you're all right, then they teach you to become Batman.
Well, they inject you with octopus DNA.
Yeah,
so that you can
British super serum,
which is octopus DNA. Yeah. Doesn't make you any stronger.
You're supposed to tell the formula, Chris.
But you're
protecting our shores.
But you're really good at just like melding into the background.
Yeah. And if all else fails, you can swim off and just spew a load of ink out behind you.
Yes, shit a load of ink out.
Yeah.
You've suddenly got 8 brains.
It's a problem if you're in the middle of the curry house and you've had a bit too much to drink. But yeah. We had very few of those
Yeah,
accidents in the 70s.
That all gets hushed up.
Yeah.
So the commandos do exist, right? We've figured that out because they still advertise to join it on TV.
Yes.
It's weird, isn't it, the advertising to join the military on TV? It's like, I mean, it's not, it's a bit like, because I always think of adverts a bit like when you're in the supermarket and you go up to the till and you make an impulse purchase.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be impulse purchasing joining the military. Do you know
That's why you're not going to see the world, Chris.
Well, that and I'm 40.
Yeah. Well,
So the war would have to be going pretty bad.
I was going to say, even if there's a draft of everyone in the country, I think there's 6-year-olds who are going to get drafted ahead of me.
Yeah, but I mean, you'd be useful in because you're quite good at Rome Total War and those kind of games. So
That's true. Yeah,
you'd be good in the war room.
Just give me 200,000 disposable men. I'll end this war for you. I assume flanking's still really important.
Yeah.
Using like
what's
1,000-year-old tactics.
How many longbowmen have we got?
Get them all lined up by the lake. We get back.
What do you mean we haven't been putting money into trebuchets? This is unbelievable.
Has anyone been practicing their longbow skills? You only got 30 bullets. It's going to, they cost a lot more to make than arrows.
Need some Phoenician archers. Do we still use war elephants?
We should. We absolutely should.
The problem with elephants is they're not bulletproof, are they? Unlike our giants.
Inject them with enough octopus DNA. We'll see if we got to figure that one out.
Well, what would be good?
Armoured rhinos?
Tortoise DNA?
That was in that Zack Snyder movie, wasn't it? From 300 or whatever. That's a so-called realistic. Yeah, there was a war rhino. And
I've seen
like every Persian soldier looked like or the high command from Persia looked like they'd walked out of kind of like heaven or something from like London Gay Club. C-300.
What weird. I can remember is everyone had computer graphics muscle bodies, and Darius was really camp. And that's
it looked like a fetish kind of like, that's all like some really weird stuff going on in Zack Snyder's head.
Yeah, that's all I can remember of the entire thing. Well, I know the story of it because I'm a you know me, Neil. I'm a keen watcher of history, but I don't know. It's a bit. They kind of like that stuff, don't they? It's like there's what's it called? There's like I've never seen it. There's like a TV series like based in Rome where they're all super muscly as well.
Well, like a lot of those 80s things, it's just very homoerotic when everyone wants to sort of admit it.
Yeah, and also like you couldn't get the kind of, or you probably wouldn't get the kind of muscles which they have in those.
They see the roids or CGI. In the 80s, it would have just taken a load of steroids. Now we'll just CGI those onto you.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that was just like Gerald Butler was just wearing a green screen on his chest?
No, he was that muscly. What's your problem?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely has the genetics for it being from Glasgow. No, the thing, like, it's weird, isn't it? It gives us all an unrealistic view of the human body, Neil. And
this is true. Yeah.
Isn't that the real?
Isn't that the real battle of Thermopylae that we all wrestle with? like common sense is that the Hot Gate's trying to beat off the barbarian hordes of whatever. Even though actually Persia was an incredibly enlightened empire and yada yada yada.
Yes, much more so than the Spartans.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, what was it? The boy lovers from Greece were pretty enlightened, but I'm not sure I'd want to live in Spartan society. Let's be honest, I'd be getting thrown over that fucking cliff.
Yeah, you wouldn't have got to a point where you would have
inspection.
Yeah, but then when the kids were like 10. Then they just like take him out to the wilderness and go. Yeah,
again,
you've got to stay out here for like if you make it back after 2.
Yeah.
No, they'd stay out for like a couple of years and survive.
That's me dead after 2 days. Twisted my ankle.
Where's the nearest petrol station? I need a pot noodle.
I've got a hump for my food. Fuck this. I'm hiking to Athens.
I'll probably just lay here.
I'm more civilised. Yeah, just give up.
Just 1 minute in. As soon as it goes right, you have to survive. You just lay down and get into a fetal position and cover yourself in wolf sauce.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, well,
Well, thank God we don't live in those times.
Well, it was like they were like the most toxic masculinity group of people ever. Like, because what they would eat, because they thought it gave them life blood, like make us tough man. They would eat raw congealed blood, animal blood, mixed with vinegar, and that's all they'd eat.
Nice. Tough them up for battle.
Tough them up for battle. Like, if you can hold this down, then you can take on the Persians.
Well, what you find with a lot of these things, and it was a bit like similar with the sort of Athenians to an extent, although, obviously there's a lot more philosophy and stuff.
I'll tell you what, Neil. I prefer a hot chocolate with a marshmallow.
Well, yeah, at least, it's arguably got more nutrition in it.
Well, I don't know. Blood's pretty nutritious. Don't care about that. I mean, I do eat black pudding, so I'm not anti eating animal blood. But I don't mix it with vinegar.
Let's meet this halfway.
Yeah. I'll have a fry up.
we'll have a fry up, yeah. I'll do some tactics for you, yeah.
I'll have a lovely fry up, couple of eggs, sausages, bit of bacon, couple of black
pudding. So on your army here, you need some people doing logistics as well, yeah? That's why you can't beat the Athenians. Because they're thinkers. I know you don't like... Stop growling, Liam.
I know, you don't like think...
Don't put me into the bottomless pit. Right? Look at
those Athenan cut liberal soy boys. Look, mate, if you want to win, you're going to... Look, I know you don't trust experts, right? But you do keep losing.
I'll tell you what, you can all oil up before battle. How about that?
Yeah, go on. You boys go and have an oil. Leave me here for a couple of minutes with my little map and a few twigs which I move around, and you've got a 14% higher chance of winning. Also, I mean, I would say that getting rid of 2/3 of your manpower at birth is probably not an ideal thing to take on the rest of the Greek cities. Just saying. Use them as fodder if you must.
Well, precisely.
Well, there we go. A little bit of history now. Can you tell that we've been here for 7 days?
It's clearly been driven mad. Never even got to the fact that their entire with most of them was just. Turns out you can run a society as long as you're just lots and lots of slaves to do all of the real work.
Yeah, that's all right, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's fine.
You can all play Action Man instead.
You can go and play Tough Boys. You wouldn't say that if they were here, though, would you? Now, wouldn't say that to their face.
Absolutely fucking not.
Would you say it to Gerard Butler's face?
I mean,
probably
would. Yeah, because I mean, don't get me wrong, Gerard Butler could absolutely probably take me, but yeah.
I don't think he'd care. He seems reasonable.
He's probably an all right guy, and he'd probably have a bit of a laugh with it. Like, he'd be down to earth Scots lad. I imagine he's he probably found it quite amusing.
They're paying me all this money just to wear a green T-shirt and shout a lot.
He'll have that. Fair enough.
Yeah, why not? I'll fucking take that all day long, mate.
Good luck to.
Fucking don't know if they're coming or going. Yeah. This fucking Schneider guy, he's a right numpty. So, now, we're here for one reason and one reason only. We're snowed in.
Campaign for a Scottish Batman.
Campaign for a Scottish Batman.
I'll fucking have that for $1, I'll tell you what. Anyway, no.
I am the Dark Knight, don't you fucking forget it. You're a Joker, are you? You fucking weirdo. Get over there.
I was just joking now, I absolutely do want this. Every time he turns into the Batman, he's just got a really harsh Glaswegian voice.
Yeah. I'll give you a fucking Glasgow kiss, you bastard.
Fucking cut you.
A Glasgow kiss for anyone not from the UK is a headbutt. So, yeah, I'll give you a fucking Glasgow kiss. I'll milk you.
We get most of our Scottish slang from Ramsey Nesbitt. Well, I'm saying anyway.
I get it from some Ramsey Nesbitt and some family members.
Yeah.
So now, apart from his story, we're here to talk about new Christmas legends.
That's true, actually. That's true. Yeah.
So, have you got one for us?
I've completely forgotten what it was going to be. Yeah, I have actually. It's
fantastic. Is it another one of Santa's gang?
Did you know what? It turns out, Christmas Urban Legends heavy on Santa's bicycle gang or whatever. We
motorcycle gang or bicycle gang?
Oh, I like them.
Put some respect.
The little baskets and the bell.
Ding 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 ding! Out the way.
I have some meth in my pannier.
Hey, put some respect on his name.
Yeah.
Santa Claus. Santa Claus.
It could be a little electric bike, for going up hills and stuff.
Yeah.
Doesn't that get respect, wouldn't it? From the
we could have a little Brompton fold-away bike, so he could put it so he could block up the trains.
Had it converted with. I see you anti-cyclist here.
I cycle. I've got a bike. I just don't take them on trains because. Hey man, look! If you want a little fold-away Brompton,
I happen to commute, and the train is 3 miles from where I work, so it just happens to be really convenient for me. Thanks, yeah.
And the train,
I've really come down on the side of the cyclist.
And the office is actually over 300 metres from the station, so we need my Brompton.
Well, and anything that reduces the amount of traffic on the road, I say good luck to you.
Hey, anything that's good for the planet is good by my accounts, Neil. That's what I say.
No, fuck the planet.
No, fuck that.
Drive that into the ground.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Live on 2.5%, that's 10 degrees.
Yeah, well then we'll start making money hand over fist.
Might actually get out of this fucking basement. Whatever it is, we're stuck in this bunker.
With our Icelandic vineyards and Norwegian mango farms.
Exactly, yeah. Right, so... Today's legend.
Very, very, very workmanlike start there, Neil. Like it. Right then, pulls up his trousers.
One of those got bored, just going to crack on this now. Yeah, enough of that. Here's
come on, then. Belsnickel.
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 Also known as Belsnickel. Belsnickel. Belsnickel, or Belsnickel.
Belsnickel, that's what I'm going for.
2 words, yeah. Is a crotchety, fur-clad Christmas gift-bringer figure in the folklore of the Palatinate region of southwestern Germany along the Rhine.
Oh my God, not there again. Fuck's sake. How many do they need?
It's ridiculous. I mean, they're going to give up 12 of these, aren't they? The Rhine, the Saarland, and the Odenwald area of Baden-Württemberg. I pronounced that wrong. The figure is also preserved in Pennsylvania Dutch communities and Brazilian German communities.
Don't want to talk about the Brazilian German communities.
Have you been cloning Hitler? You've been a naughty boy. Again, another cheesy bad movie I'd thoroughly recommend.
I remember watching. So there was someone like doing a trip around Brazil. I can't remember. It's like the Tropic of Cancer or something that goes through Brazil. And there is right on the kind of the west side of Brazil, so in the Amazon and just before the Andes, you do get these towns which are like alpine towns where the German people, for whatever reason, went to at some point, maybe after a conflict.
In fairness, I think with Argentina, you're right. There was an exodus after the Second World War for some reason, but no, there's a German South American community. I think it's in largely Argentina, but that predates back to, I think it's like 19th century. I think it goes back to So there was quite a large because it's something like.
But you go there and it looks like an alpine village in the middle of the fucking jungle. It's like really weird.
Yeah, there's some weird thing where I think a load of. It may have been to do with like
a religious
thing, when you had the Huguenots going to America and sort of Catholics going to France and whatnot, and various people going. There's some larger. So I think it goes back further than that actually. And I know I think it's the Germans something like the third largest European. I guess after the Spanish and Portuguese, you would think, but there's
Italian. There's loads of Italians in Italy and Argentina.
Yeah, that's true. So but I mean, massive.
Lot of Welsh in Argentina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and down in Patagonia, a lot of them still speak Welsh as well as Argentinian because they went there to do mining and ended up setting up communities and stuff, Welsh and some Scottish, which is why you get like the Argentinian footballer whose second name is McAllister.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's interesting. I suppose a lot of the Cornish, though, a lot of the tin miners went abroad, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, when our mining sort of started, they were offered good money because they were expert miners.
Some of the best, so they ended up getting.
Isn't it true? Isn't it supposed that Tolkien based the dwarves on Welsh miners?
Entirely possible. I've got no idea. Not a huge Tolkien fan. It's perfectly good stuff, but yeah. I read Lord of the Rings when those films came out, and I was like,
I've started watching the
Ring of Power or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I've got 2 episodes in, and I'm already quite bored.
Yeah, I tried to read the Silmarillion or whatever it's called, and it's like maybe not. It's like the Bible, but
but even more made up.
I was going to say about that because I won't get into it because I don't want to, but yeah, but just one guy came up with it. But I mean, it's just really impressive in a way.
In 2,000 years, someone might be taking it really seriously.
Might as well.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. If you can make a religion out of Scientology, L1 Hubbard, good fair play to him, then
yeah,
you can do it out of anything.
Make out of a difference. I've been thinking. I really like the moon. Right. I think the moon. Yeah, I really like it. I like looking up at the moon and going, all right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, shall I start worshipping? Shall I start worshipping the moon?
I'd be amazed if somebody already doesn't.
Yeah, I might have a look, see if there's a religion which worships the moon. But to be honest, I think no matter what the religion, if it's organised, it's probably not for me.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's bound to go back to like Greek myth and stuff, isn't it?
Oh, they used to. I'm sure they used to. Well, they used to. There was a moon god and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the moon. Might start worshipping it.
He's all right. He's not. He's not as like shouty as the sun, is he?
No, it doesn't burn my skin.
Apollo. He's just kind of like constantly.
Look at me. He's like Robbie Williams, isn't he?
The moon's like a nice little. What's that? What's the little fella called? I don't know.
Travis Wiley? Oh, Mark Owen.
Mark Owen, yeah. He's like a little Mark Owen or something, isn't he?
Yeah, well, I mean, the religion which I'm starting up is based on all celestial bodies are members of boy bands from the 90s.
Or maybe one of Westlife. I couldn't tell you what any of those are called.
Yeah, or Backstreet Boys, or I don't know. That's
New Kids on the Block.
New Kids on the Block.
Brother in that, I believe.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
the moon should start a burger franchise.
The moon should start a burger franchise.
Yeah.
The moon should.
Yeah.
Well, the reason why I like the moon is it's not interested in capitalism. It's more of a techno-anarchist.
No, but it could. All right, so it could be like a kind of soup kitchen for the homeless or something, couldn't it?
Moon soup kitchens.
Yeah.
But the moon doesn't have any money.
Well, it's charitable basis.
So the moon should start a GoFundMe.
The moon does a Patreon or a Kickstarter or something.
I think the other problem is the moon isn't sentient as far as we're aware.
The moon applies to the Charities Commission for set up a charity in the UK.
Yeah.
Applies online.
Well, if I start the religion, then I could then get charitable status, so not pay tax, get donations. I'm just saying,
tax approval on the religious side, cover yourself on the charitable side.
Then I could use the donations.
A little bit of money goes missing.
Could use the moon the donations which I get off moon bins. I'm going to call the followers. Yeah. Oh no, I think they would exist. The Moonies, don't they?
The Moonies.
That's a different thing. You could use that to then give money give alms to the poor. There we go. It's all falling together now.
Arm the poor. Yeah.
Arm the poor. Yeah. Exactly. Guns for everyone.
Marvellous.
If you give a man a fish, he can eat for a day. If you give a man...
Give him an
He'll eat
for probably a week or so.
He can have whatever he wants. Suicide by cop.
Yeah. I've seen Falling Down. I didn't stay to the end of the movie. I assume it all went well.
Yeah, it probably worked out.
He got that breakfast burger he wanted out at McDonald's, didn't he?
Yeah, put his guns away and went back to work.
I've seen enough. That's great. I'll go out and give it. I assume all went well.
Yeah, I'll give that a go in future.
Yeah. Good advice.
Good idea. Right, I've got to go. Okay, so...
so you're going to need to heavily edit down this to get to the point.
No, it's fine.
They just go out as like a 3-hour...
So Bizzle Nizzle.
Right, Bizzle Nizzle. I mean, let's be honest, he's just going to whip kids and shit, isn't
he? Yeah.
Just same old. Okay. Oh, no, hang on a second.
Don't oversell it.
He may have been based on an older German myth, Nectar Ruprecht, who was a servant of St. Nicholas and a character from northern Germany. But, unlike those figures, he does not accompany St. Nicholas.
Oh, okay.
He visits alone.
Alone.
And combines both the threatening and benign aspects, which in other traditions are divided between the St. Nicholas and the companion.
And the MC.
Yeah. Yeah. This gang. Okay, so he's not one of St. Nick's crew.
Oh, right.
He's like solo.
He's like Omar from The Wire.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
He is, yeah.
He
is.
He has violence, but he also has a benign side.
Belsnickel collar.
Yeah.
So
fair enough. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in.
There's a man wearing furs and sometimes a mask with a long tongue. He's typically
very... They've always got long tongues, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
Mm.
Again, very much puts me in mind of...
Kiss.
Kiss, yeah. But I suppose that's the usual kind of demonic thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, this one isn't necessarily demonic, so, yeah.
No, come on then. Spill the beans.
Typically very ragged and dishevelled.
Yeah.
He wears torn, tattered and dirty clothes, and he carries a switch in his hand with which to beat the naughty children.
Yeah.
But also pockets full of cakes, candies and nuts for good children.
Oh.
The only thing I'm thinking here, Chris, is it's like, that's great. You've got a chocolate eclair in your pocket, but your pocket does smell of piss. So less of a treat for me.
It's all right.
It's a nice child.
It's fine.
Let me just wipe it off a little bit with my straight crusted sleeve.
It's fine.
You're becoming a naughty child now.
I've stored them all in condoms, so you just need to undo the top.
Oh,
see?
Brilliant!
It's fine.
Yeah,
it just smells lightly of rubber and spermicide. Chocolate eclair though. You might want to eat round the cream. It's been in there a couple of weeks.
I should have gone on a turn. I went bin diving for these few weeks back, so I should be gone.
I can't guarantee the freshness, unfortunately. I freakened them out the back of the Sainsbury's. Come on, they'll be all right.
What's the worst that can happen? You're poisoning on Christmas.
Who are you to be turning down free chocolate eclairs that maybe are on the turn and have been inside a condom in my piss pocket? Or you're turning to the naughty. Don't make me get the switch. That's it. Eat it. Smile. Lovely.
Oh, we've made him probably about 20% more horrifying. So a first-hand 19th century account of the Belsnickel tradition in Maryland can be found in Brown's Miscellaneous Writings, a collection of essays by Jacob Brown, born in 1824, apparently. You needed to know that.
Good title. What's your book about, Miscellaneous Writings?
Who wrote that? That's all we should have called this podcast. Chris and Neil's Miscellaneous Bollocks.
That'll be the Patreon one.
Yeah. Miscellaneous Musings.
Musing sounds too fancy for what we do.
That's true. Writing of a period around 1830, Brown says, "We did not hear of Santa Claus. Instead, the tradition called for a visit by a different character altogether. He was known as Chris Kinkle, Belsnickel,
not this again.
And sometimes as the Christmas woman." Okay. Children then not only saw the mysterious person, but felt him, or rather his stripes upon their backs with his switch.
Oh.
The annual visitor would make his appearance some hours after dark, thoroughly disguised.
After dark.
This sounds a bit more like some serial killer.
It sounds like someone hitting
Maryland to me. Especially the face, which would sometimes be covered with a hideously ugly fizz.
Fizz?
Yeah, like physiognomy. That's what they used to call the face. It was like slang.
Fizzog. That's what my gran used to call it.
Yeah. Generally wore a female garb, hence the name Christmas woman. Sometimes it would be a veritable woman, but with a masculine force and action. He or she would be equipped with...
Strong woman.
Yeah. Again, maybe steroids.
Amazonian.
he or she would be equipped with an ample sack around the shoulders filled with cakes, nuts, and fruits. Oh, there you go. They've put them in a dirty sack instead, so that's slightly less off-putting. And a long hazel switch.
Laundry sack.
Which is supposed to have some sort of charm in it as well as this thing. Just a bin bag. One hand would scatter the goodies upon the floor, and then the scramble would begin by the delighted children, and the other hand would ply the switch upon the backs of the excited youngsters, who would not show a wince, but had it been parental discipline...
Literally a switch and bait.
So
they chuck stuff on the floor
and hit the kids and then just hitting them. But
when was this in
some sort of weird...
In the 1800s?
This was in 1830, apparently.
Right, so they basically... So it would have just been a mud track full of horse manure and you're just chucking cakes.
Nuts and cakes. They're like, oh, brilliant.
And then you start smacking the kids while they're...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not great.
No.
You would say.
That's Pope Innocente behaviour, that is.
Yeah. I mean, we're normalising some not right behaviour there, I would argue.
What fun.
So outside Europe, the Belsnickel character originated in the Palatinate. When people immigrated to Pennsylvania, they brought the German traditions with them. I'm just going to plough through this a little bit. He's a character who visits homes prior to Christmas to check on the behaviour of the children. He would show up at houses 1 to 2 weeks before Christmas.
With a census.
Yeah, exactly like Santa Claus. And often created fright because he always knew exactly which of the children misbehaved.
It definitely wasn't one of the neighbours or their father.
No, absolutely not. He would rap on the Belsnickel's coming. He would rap on the door or window with his stick, and often the children would have to answer a question for him or sing some type of song.
Very Cowleyan.
Yeah. In exchange, he would toss candies onto the floor. If the children jumped too quick for the treats, they may end up getting struck with a switch.
So it's teaching a bit of restraint now.
Yeah.
You know, like how you train a dog? It's very much like that. Wait.
It kind of is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really whether they've been good or bad. It's just, you know.
Yeah, you're teaching restraint.
And these kids don't have a lot good going on in their life, clearly, where someone could just throw a piss-smelling dirty treat on the floor in front of them. I can't wait to pounce on top of it.
Yeah. Well, tough times, wouldn't it? Tough times in the colonies.
Oh, yeah. Hard life.
Well, like, it's tough times in the colonies and also tough times in those times if you had German parents, by what we've previously read around the one joyous time of the year. Kidnapped, beaten, put in barrels.
Then there's an 1853 article in a British magazine describing Pennsylvanian customs refers to Belsnickel, or Nicholas with the fur, alluding to the dress of skins in which he is said to be clad. Some make Belsnickel identical with Kris Kringle, which is where Kris Kringle must come from. But the more general opinion is they are two personages, one a rewarder of the good, the other the punisher of the bad. According to this article, Belsnickel merely leaves a birch rod in the stockings of naughty children.
What, so they can fight back?
Yeah, exactly.
So get train all year.
Just all gang up on the...
yeah.
And then the Belsnickel comes around. Clever boys. So there's rural and urban characters. Yada, yada, yada. Doesn't go anywhere with that. Thanks for that, Wiki. It doesn't say a lot about the original sort of German stuff, though. So it's
no, it seems like it's maybe...
mainly from an American perspective, this.
Yeah. Thanks, Internet.
I mean, you know, to be honest with you, it's just enough. I mean, the one interesting thing here is he's not knocking around with St. Nicholas.
No.
I mean, supposedly they keep saying he kind of like, he might be, you know,
good or
to
bad.
Some and bad to others. He seems like a very mixed message to me. He's throwing, you know, sweets on the floor and then whipping you.
Yeah, if you go too quick, you got to stick to the rules.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, do you know what? Like, the amount of times where I've been at like a work function and there's a buffet and
someone just comes in and hoovers a load of
people just come and hoover it all up. Like, I wouldn't mind if there was the whipping thing
The
going on.
CEO comes out to birch rod.
Yeah, exactly. I think that'd be quite good because people are fucking greedy and also they're selfish. So they'll just take all the good stuff and not think that anyone else might want some. People just look out for number one. And I hate it. I think that's really horrible. So, I think a bit of birching would do some bit of birching into, put it into employment law.
Bring back corporal punishment.
Well, some people fucking deserve it. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're that sort of me, and you don't give a shit about anyone else, like it's not all for you. Do you know what I mean? Like this is meant for everyone to share. And you go, just have all the stuff. It's like fuck you.
Fair enough. What else have we got in here? So there's a.
I remember once, right, when I was working where you used to work and I used to work, there was like a Christmas party and we were having it at the Trafalgar and the team were given X amount of money to go behind the bar. And two members of the team who weren't very popular, let's put it that way, were given the money to go and put it behind the bar. And they took the money and went to an off-license and bought 2 bottles of champagne, which they drank themselves. And then there was no money behind the bar and no one did anything about it. Like none of the management did anything about it because they were so weak. It's like, fucking hell. Do you know what I mean? Like that kind of behaviour is just dreadful, isn't it? It's just like completely selfish.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nice things anymore.
Well, that's why I work from home now.
Yeah.
Why I avoid contact with humans. So, is that about it, Neil? Is that the story?
Just having a look. We'll pull out a few more little fun facts.
Facts. Tidbits.
Because there wasn't much.
No.
Yeah, the letter from the Times just basically describes what he looks like. That's great. There's a seasonal dark lager called Belsnickel.
Dark lager?
From Dark Lager.
Oh, Dark Lager. Okay.
Yeah, Stouts Brewing Company of Pennsylvania. He features in the Oz series by L. Frank Baum, like the Wizard of Oz type stuff.
Oh, not Oz the prison.
No, not Oz. The HBO.
I'm Belsnickel. Guards, clear the showers.
He wasn't throwing candy on the floor.
He was throwing wraps of horse on the floor. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Looks like Christmas has come early for Belsnickel. Bow, bow.
It's just about where he's been. So he's been a book published about him. He was in a episode of The Office, apparently. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah, that is about it, to be honest with you.
Okay, well, he's at least he's not part of Santa's gang. That's good. I think we've gone through all the Santa
original
gang
thing.
ones.
I believe that's the last of that. There's no more
Santa gang.
No more Santa gang.
Santa MC.
That's what we're aware of. So
cool. All right, Neil. Should we crack on with a bit of the old
back to the Pruno?
Back to the Pruno. All right, guys. I hope you're having a nice day, whatever you're doing. And we'll be back with another one of these tomorrow, which may or may not contain more or less of an actual legend. So have a nice rest of your day or evening. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Ho, ho, ho. See you tomorrow. Remember, don't drink and drive. Ho, 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 ho.